What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of I Challenge You to Sound Design This Clip, or I ask you to sound design this clip. Yep. So whether it's your first time being here or you're coming back for more, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already done so, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new videos. Now, before we get to the rules of this episode's challenge, let's take a look at some of the entries we got for challenge number 2. For challenge number 2, I ask you to sound design this clip from the animated short Sintel by the Blender Foundation. And the catch was, you could only use sounds from the sound effects channel. Now, if you haven't already done so, make sure you head over there and show him some love. He's got a lot of really great audio creations for you to check out. So first up, and I apologize if I mispronounce your name, we have Marek Borsig. Let's take a look. Now, one of the first things that I noticed in this design was the use of the growls for the attacker's voice. And you could tell that there was a lot of attention to detail. As the attacker was getting ready to jump down, he actually sounded further away. So there was a lot of volume and reverb control there. I would have liked to have heard some more low end with these impacts, just to kind of add some weight and some strength to the hits, but there was a lot of great variations between them. Next up, we have an entry from Critical Hit Studio. Now, they admitted that they didn't follow the rules and did create the sounds all on their own, but I decided to still include it in this video because it was just too good not to. So I actually talked to Critical Hit a little on Reddit, and they gave me some behind the scenes of their recording process. They even posted a picture of some of the gear that they used, and I was thoroughly impressed. Looks like we've got a Zoom H1, a set of Neumann KM184s. This looks like a pair of AKG C414s. And I know this wasn't part of your recording process, but don't think for a second I missed that Strandberg in the background. And he also let me know that he got his girlfriend to do the voice acting for the female parts. So for my wife, who never watches my videos, you're going to have to step up your game. He also mentioned using real snow. Now, as somebody who moved from Ohio to Florida, I don't miss that stuff at all. Now, moving on to the last clip, we have Toro Sami. Not only did they post their entry for the challenge, they even shared their entire creative process. Now, I'm only going to show the clip that they did, but if you want to see the full video, there will actually be a link to everyone's channel in the description below. So without further ado, here's Toro Sami's entry. There's just so much use of the full frequency spectrum here. There's a ton of low end, but it was mixed really well, so it doesn't make everything feel muddy. And when creating sounds for scenes like this, there's a fine line between sounding real and what we call hyper real. I'll actually be doing a video on this topic a little later, but if you want a great example, this is it. They even went so far as to make great use of a lawnmower sound and use that to create the background music. I thought all of these entries were great, and I really appreciate everybody who took the time out to submit. Now it's time to get to the challenge for this episode. First of all, I want to give a huge shout out to Sleepy Grin for letting me use their VFX pieces for this challenge. So make sure you go check them out on Twitter @SleepyGrin. So this was originally 2 separate clips, but because they were fairly short, I went ahead and combined them into one. The second clip of the sword swinging actually cycles through twice, so I shortened it to just 1 cycle, but he included the fast rewind, so I had to keep that in there. I'm curious to see if everyone just reverses their forward design, or if anyone sound designs the reversal separate. Now, just like all my other challenges so far, there's one small twist to add to the challenge. So for this twist, you have to include a specific sound that I'm about to give you. Now you can use the sound wherever you want and however you want, but it has to be included. Are you ready for that sound? So in the description below, you'll find a Google Drive link to the silent clip from SleepyGrin and the doorstop spring sound that you have to incorporate into your design. Now there is a deadline for this challenge, and it's going to be Valentine's Day, February 14th. To enter, all you have to do is upload your video to YouTube and make sure you include hashtag the sound effects guy in your title. This is what I'll be searching for to find your videos. So that's going to wrap things up for this video. I'm really excited to hear what you guys create for this challenge and how you incorporate the required sound. And if you guys want to get a hold of me, feel free to join the Sound Effects Guy Discord server. Until next time.